Good morning, parents of Pinon Hills Academy students. My name is Matt Mizell, and I'm the lead pastor of Pinon Hills Community Church. Thanks for taking some time to hang out with me this morning. I have three major updates that I want to share with you personally regarding the Pinon Hills Academy. Number one relates to staffing changes. Perhaps you've already heard Cindy Morphus is planning on moving back closer to be near her parents in Wisconsin in mid-July. She's still on staff with us through June 30th, but then she's going to be packing up her stuff and heading out shortly after that, which means that she won't be joining us again as the director of Pinon Hills Academy in the fall. Now, I'm grateful for Cindy. I'm thankful for all the things that she's done to invest in the academy and for her leadership, and I want nothing but the best for her in the future. So I'm excited for whatever God has in store for her in the future. In addition, you might have heard that Brad Salzman is no longer on staff. He has already moved up to Colorado, and we wish nothing but the best for him as well. In fact, we have a couple other teachers that also have moved on or moved away and aren't planning on returning for the fall. Now, that being said, we do have several teachers that are still sticking around for the fall. Some of them were moving around into different grades and different positions, and we've also been interviewing for candidates to replace the vacancies that we have right now. Now, I'm confident that we'll be ready to hit the ground running come fall. Now, that leads to the second major update that I have for you. What does the academy look like in the fall? Well, right now, and of course things could change at the drop of a hat, but right now we are planning on being back in person come fall in early August. Now, what does that look like? What does it look like to be in person in a COVID-19 world in schools and academies? Well, things will look a little bit different. For example, in the classrooms, we're going to space students a little bit further apart so there's greater social distancing. Perhaps lunches might look differently as well. So not all students are congregating in the gym at the same time, but they might eat lunches from their classrooms instead. Drop off will likely look different as well. So when you drop off your student, they don't go straight to the gym. They likely will go straight to their classroom to avoid congregating around a large crowd. Now, I don't have the whole list of all the different changes that we're going to make thus far, but I will tell you this, that change is not necessarily bad. It's just different. I'm confident that your child can still have a quality Christian education even within a COVID-19 world. We'll give you more information as far as what specific changes those are as we get a little bit closer to the fall, but every change we're making is to protect your child, the safety and the health of your child and the families that attend Pinon Hills Academy. One of the significant changes we're making is that while we're bringing students back in person, at the same time we're retaining the online education as an option as well. Some of the best schools in the world, Harvard, Stanford, Yale, years ago, they had moved to a hybrid format where they offered in-person classes as well as online options. Now, we've never offered that before in the academy until this pandemic hit, but now, because we've had to learn some things along the way in the last few months, we've gotten much better at online education, which means that we're going to pursue doing both in a hybrid format, in-person or online. Parents will now have the option for how they want their student to participate at Pinon Hills Academy. Now, to be honest with you, I'm really excited about this update, and the reason why is because it expands our opportunities for the future. Perhaps there's homeschool students and their parents would love to connect their kids into a Christian education while still having them at home. Perhaps there's parents from other states that would love to enroll their kid into our Pinon Hills Academy because of the Christian education that we offer. It really opens up opportunities and expands the horizons as far as what our options look like moving forward with Pinon Hills Academy. And because it creates additional revenue streams and potential tuition for coming in, this hybrid format may be able to help us develop further, faster, because we're bringing in additional revenue streams. So I'm really excited about this hybrid format of doing either in-person or online as options for your students. Now, you might be thinking, well, it takes a lot of leadership to move an academy to a hybrid format of in-person and online, and you're exactly right, which is why we've been interviewing for a new director position for the academy for over a month now. We've done a national search and a local search for our new director for Pinon Hills Academy. We've whittled down the candidate pool down to a select few, but I am confident that the next director of Pinon Hills Academy is within this final group of candidates. We're going to finish out final interviews this week, and potentially even by the end of this week, we might be able to extend an offer to the next director of Pinon Hills Academy. Now, here's the timeline for the hiring process for the new director. It could be that the new director comes on as early as July 1st. It could also be that that person comes on in late July. My hope is that the new director would start no later than July 31st to give that person a couple weeks of a heads up and a ramp before the fall semester starts in mid-August. And again, we have some fantastic candidates in the pool right now, all of which I believe that could take our academy to where it needs to go. I firmly believe that the best days for the Pinon Hills Academy are still ahead of us. So would you please join me in prayer, praying for the search team for this new director's position, praying for wisdom, discernment, for clarity, for bringing God's best plan for the next hire for Pinon Hills Academy's director. Now, because of the social distancing requirements, we can't take as many students in the past as we had hoped. It's based on the space that we have available in the classroom. So if you want your child to have a space in person I would encourage you, register as soon as you possibly can. Otherwise, the online option might be the only option that you have. In addition to that, I'm going to offer you something that we've never offered before, which is a 100% money back guarantee. Now, what does that mean? That means if you register your child between now and the beginning of school, and at some point you decide you don't want your child to come in person or online, I'll give you all your money back, no questions asked. That means you could register your child today, but if things change and you don't feel comfortable with your child attending school in the fall, we'll give you your money back, no harm, no foul. I want you to feel comfortable by enrolling your student in Pinon Hills Academy. Again, there's a lot of exciting things coming up for the Academy in the near future, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful for you and for your student being a part of it, and I really do believe that the best days for the Academy are still ahead of us. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at mmizell, that's M-M-I-Z-E-L-L at phcc.church. Otherwise, go ahead and get your student registered for the fall. And once I have an update for the new hire for the new director position, I will introduce you to that person as well. Have a great week and a great start to your summer, and I'll see you soon.